Good evening. Welcome to the Spring 2017 Commencement Ceremonies for Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. Please stand for the presentation of the colors by the members of our ROTC program, the singing of our national anthem by our choir, and the meditation by Reverend Maurice Wright, the pastor of St. John African Methodist Episcopal Church.
Let us pray. We are thankful and grateful for the leadership of President Hughini and for the faculty and staff who give of their time, talent, and energy to empower and to educate. But on this night, we are especially thankful for every graduate that has made it to this milestone in their life. And perhaps there's someone here who knows God as a provider. For it was God's goodness that opened the doors to these students to keep them funded through their matriculation. Father, it was you who gave them the strength to complete assignments and term papers and successfully defend that thesis. God, it was your almighty power that gave them the energy to keep going when others were walking away. And so tonight, we've come to say thank you. Thank you for giving somebody favor when it looked like things weren't going to work out. You made a way. God, when the door was closed, you opened up a window and caused blessings to shower down like rain. Thank you for every parent and grandparent and family member that made sacrifices to send money for books and supplies and bought plane tickets and gave gas money. Lord, we thank you. Thank you, God, for families that gave up time with their loved ones so these graduates could attend a study group or finish that project. Almighty God, we come tonight thanking you because you do all things well. Now, God, we ask your blessings upon this celebration. We ask your blessings upon this graduating class of 2017. We ask your blessings upon Alabama A&M University. This is our prayer. In the name of the Almighty, let every heart say, amen.
You may be seated. Greetings will now be given on behalf of our Board of Trustees by Trustee Dr. Jerome Williams.
Greetings and congratulations. On behalf of Governor Kay Ivey, Chairman of our Board of Trustees, and all members of our Board of Trustees, Dr. Hughini, we are pleased to assist in any way that we can going forward with this board, and welcome to the graduates. And don't forget why you came. Your education here at A&M has prepared you to be effective and productive citizens in a global society, citizens who engage in democracy, excel in your chosen field of endeavor, and embrace honest, fair play, integrity, consideration of others. As you depart, be bold, be courageous, and be your very best. Alabama A&M University is counting on you. Again, congratulations. Will members of the Board of Trustees please stand and be recognized? Thank you.
We will ask that you please stand at this time. We will be led in the singing of our heritage hymn, Lift Every Voice and Sing, by our choir under the direction of Dr. Horace Connie.
Lift every voice
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, it is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for the spring 2017 commencement of Alabama A&M University, Miss Tchernavia Rocker. An excerpt from our alma mater states, "Many thy brave, loyal sons and daughters sent from the shrines on Normal's hills, filled with a zeal for a task well done, anxious thy mandates to fulfill." Our speaker's life and accomplishments are exemplary of a loyal daughter of Alabama A&M University who has devoted her life to fulfilling the task of mandates well done. Joining Harley-Davidson in 2001, our speaker has risen through the ranks to become Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer for Harley-Davidson. In this role, she is responsible for supervising approximately 200 human resources employees worldwide and guiding the company-wide leadership development, compensation and benefits, and labor and development. While she has advanced and excelled as a corporate leader, she views her role as ensuring that others have the same opportunities. She is very passionate about enhancing the diversity and inclusion culture at Harley-Davidson. She developed the organization's global diversity and inclusion strategy to align with the overall business strategy, including implementing critical business and employee resources groups. She is an exceptional mentor. Her business-minded, no-nonsense, yet compassionate approach has made the difference in many employees' professional careers and personal lives. Her mentorship extends beyond the walls of Harley-Davidson. She's often asked to be a member or a mentor to young professionals working at other companies. She is passionate about caring and nurturing children, teenagers, and young adults in the community, as she believes they are our future. She has been recognized and honored by various organizations and media outlets for her outstanding professional contributions and community involvement. She holds a nursing degree from the University of Alabama in Huntsville and an MBA from Alabama A&M University. She is an advocate and champion for HBCUs. In an article in Ebony, "From HBCU to Success," Ms. Rocker stated, "I'm here today as a living example that HBCU education works." Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, please welcome home one of our own, another testament that with a degree from Alabama A&M University, you can start here and you can go anywhere. Miss Tchernavia Rocker.
Good evening. It is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before you tonight, not only as a proud, and I mean proud alumni, but just as importantly, a donor to this university. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the leadership of this university. Thank you. And our trustees for their faithful service and commitment. I would also like to thank and recognize, congratulate the proud parents and family members that are supporting you here tonight. Moreover, and most importantly, I would like to say congratulations and turn up, y'all, to the class of 2017. My niece made me promise I would say that, so I will give her credit for input into tonight's message. When I received the invitation to speak, I had my executive assistant double check to make sure that there had not been a mistake. After all, my time here on campus comes with mixed reviews. To some, I was the smart girl from Mobile, Alabama, that lived in Buchanan Hall, that would help you with your homework for a small fee, also payable in Roman noodles. I would work for food. It was an important time in our lives. To my professors, I was known as an eager learner, always ready to debate and argue my point. And the same still holds true today. However, if I had to be honest, I must admit that I was best known for my skillful ability to find a party every day of the week. So I must say that I was absolutely shocked to receive an invitation. Dr. Hugini, I really was, and I'm more honored than I have ever been in my entire life. I'm still not convinced that any accomplishment deserves such an honor, but just like bulldogs do, I will always show up because that is what we do. We show up. Over the course of the last month or so, I have continuously thought about what I could share tonight that would adequately punctuate the magnitude of this occasion. I thought about what hook or tagline I could pull together so you would walk away with some inspirational saying or metaphor to guide your journey. I thought about how I felt so many years ago as I sat here anxiously wishing the commencement speaker would just hurry up. So then I thought, whatever I decided to say better be pretty darn good. So understanding the task at hand, I did what I always do when I need to make important decisions. I called my mom. I shared with her that I had received the invitation to provide the commencement speech and asked her what she thought I should share. In her perfect mom voice, she said, "Baby, I can't tell you what to say. That's why they picked you and not me. But I will tell you that whatever you decide to say, baby, be brief, be bold, and be gone." And I intend to do just that tonight. Leaning on my experience in corporate America and lessons learned from my work around the country advocating for early childhood education and learning opportunities for African American girls and boys, I decided to share with you 3 things that I now know for sure and wish I had known on the eve of my commencement ceremony some 20 years ago. Lesson number 1, find your cause. James Baldwin once wrote, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in it." Upon my graduation, like most of you, I had a plan. I had goals. But what I didn't have was a cause. Over the years, I found that life is more than a paycheck that I happen to enjoy immensely. However, I have found that after achieving my goals that I wasn't happy, that I wasn't fulfilled. So like any other irrational person doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, I have, of course, set new goals. And these goals will be harder than the last goals. And after about 5 years of cycling through my goals, I realized that goals are things that I set, things that I decide to do. What I didn't know was that I not only needed goals, I needed a cause. You see, a cause is something that sets you. It sets you on fire. It gives you joy. And it forces you to take action when you would rather sit in inaction. We all need a cause. We were not put on this earth to stand idly by or to only look out for ourselves. We, as proud alum of Alabama A&M, are the embodiment of legacy. And each day we must live believing that it is our responsibility and our responsibility alone to stand up for the helpless and to shout out for the voiceless. We must live dedicated to causes and ideals that are bigger than any paycheck. We must live to make an impact in the lives of others because that is the only true measure of success. For me, my cause is putting my time, my talent, and my treasure into organizations focused on educating and preparing young, black, bright, bold boys and girls to run the world. I would like to think that I chose this cause, but I'm confident that this cause chose me. What is your cause? What sets you on fire? What are you willing to dedicate yourself to? Find it or let it find you, and get going, graduates, because we don't have time to lose. Leave this auditorium tonight knowing that you have the right and the responsibility to invest in and change the world. This is one thing I know for sure. Lesson number 2, find yourself. A very simple definition of authenticity is being true to yourself and others. This very oversimplified definition leaves too much to the imagination and for an expansive margin of error. One of the mysteries of the human race is our gift for being unique individuals. That's what makes us so valuable. Finding your authentic self is not about keeping it, as my boys say, 100. It's about giving yourself room to evolve and room to change while staying true to your most important values. One of the challenges that I personally encountered over my years, not just in corporate America, but as I returned to the community where I grew up, was framed in the idea of never forget where you came from, or oftentimes being saddened when someone said in a negative way, "You've changed." I've had to learn that it is okay to change. In fact, I hope I change because change represents growth. I've had to learn to be unapologetically proud of where I come from while focusing others and myself on where I'm going. So be prepared, because you will receive a lot of advice and feedback over your lifetime about who you should be and who you should become. Some of the advice will be good, and some, frankly, will just be bad. I have found that some people give great feedback and guidance. That feedback and advice usually comes in a constructive and actionable manner. Other people will provide feedback and advice that leaves that question mark over your head and a dumbfounded look on your face. What am I supposed to do with that? I have learned that feedback is a gift regardless of the package. In the words of my grandmother, eat the fish and spit out the bones. You must surround yourself with people that push you to be your best self. People that force you to come up a little higher and expand a little farther. It took me a while to find my authentic self. It took me a while to get comfortable in the skin I'm in, to be just fine with the hair on my head, to be confident to share my ideas and perspectives, comfortable to share my hopes, fears, dreams, and aspirations, When I found my true self, I found new opportunities, and new opportunities found me. Graduates, that is one thing I know for sure, that finding yourself means finding opportunity. Lesson number 3, play to win. In corporate America and in life, there will no longer be ribbons or trophies for participation. You will not get an award simply for showing up. You must show up and show out every day, prepared and ready to compete, ready to innovate, and ready to win. You are only as valuable as your most recent accomplishment. So we must stay at the top of our game. Don't spend too much time reminiscing and celebrating over old trophies and ribbons. It will distract you from the wins you need to achieve today and tomorrow. Part of your brand, and hear me on this, must be hard work. There are no free passes. It's one thing to describe yourself as someone with strong work ethic. It's another thing to consistently show that you're willing to put in the work necessary to win. There are no shortcuts to success, unless, of course, you win the lottery. The success we desire is a direct outcome of our focus, sweat, and tears. Putting your nose to the grindstone and consistently exceeding expectation is the only and oldest recipe for success. Playing to win means you must have both physical and mental stamina. It means you must be curious and interested in trying new methods. I hate to be the one to tell you, but the cliche that you can be anything you want to be is just that. This statement should come with a qualifier. You could be anything you want to be as long as you have focus, commitment, practice, and talent, and resilience, and fight to go after that thing every single day. You know, in the age of millennials, and I can say this because I have two, right? And I have two kids in college, and they don't listen to me, so I'm glad you guys are showing them how to listen to me. Thank you. Play to win. We've taught our kids so much about playing together, and you will need to play together, but let me tell you, the competition is fierce, and they take no enemies. Be prepared to play and win. Be prepared to use not only the education that you received here at this great university, but use every adversity, every challenge that you've ever come across in your life that has toughened you up for the world that you will now face on tomorrow. If I had known these 3 things, if 20 years ago I truly understood that I could be a person of impact and legacy, finding my cause, if I knew then that my A1 from day one, Buchanan Hall, would be sitting here today still cheerleading for me like she was on day one, if I had known that the friends that I made in this university would be the people that called me and said, girl, keep going. You got this. We know that this is hard, but we got you. We got this. My family is here at this university, and I will continue to dedicate my life to making sure that each one of you have the same opportunity that I had. If I had known these 3 things, if I knew who I was, if I knew that it was all about playing to win, if I had known that the one day after finding myself, that the fast-talking girl from Mobile, who was a first-generation college student, whose parents never made it past 6th grade and 8th grade, will become the chief people officer of one of the most successful companies and brands in the world. If I had known that playing to win had nothing to do with selling out and everything to do with stepping up, my path may have been a little easier. I didn't know these things, so now I pass this wisdom along to you, because I can't declare victory for myself nor success until this generation of Bulldogs dominates industry, takes over government, and change the world. People say that I'm lucky. I like to think that I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to have parents who pushed me when they didn't even know what they were pushing me to have always been surrounded by people who invested and sold into my life, even at their own expense. I'm blessed to have had the opportunity to receive a great education right here at this university, where critical thinking and learning agility was praised just as much as mastery of quantum equations and evolutionary theories. My education here prepared me to lead and, frankly, dominate in corporate America. I want you to understand that the paper you receive tonight isn't just paper, it has superpowers. One of the greatest joys of my life is to stand with a smirk on my face as I'm in the boardrooms of America with the Harvards and the Yale people, the same people, and remind them, so where did you go to school? Alabama A&M University. We as graduates of this great university, where exceptionalism is expected and service is required. As graduates of this university, we are called to excel. We are called to be a light that shines upon the hill. So what will be your legacy? What impact do you want to have in the world? What is your cause? And what causes you to live beyond your station in life? To give above your means and to see beyond the horizon. We are at an inflection point in this nation. And each one of you is at an inflection point in your life. We cannot idly stand by and hope for the best. We must actively pursue our passion and our purpose. We must stand up when others are sitting down. We must speak out with wisdom and conviction, knowing that we stand on the shoulders of giants and convinced we have everything to lose if we don't. You are the generation of go-getters, innovators, risk-takers, do-gooders, and world changers. You are the hope of a nation and the promise of this university. In closing, be brief, be bold, be gone. I want to remind you of your rich legacy, your rich heritage, and your promise. I often find myself humming our school song. For me, it is a melodic reminder of who I am, where I come from, what I'm made of, and where I'm going. Alabama A&M, rich in heritage divine, blessed by the life of counsel brave, who gave his all that thou might shine. Many thy brave and loyal sons and daughters, sent from the shrine on Normal's Hill, filled with a zeal for tasks well done, anxious thy mandates to fulfill. alma mater. Blessed be thy name. Long live thy fame. Long live thy fame. Thank you. May God bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. May everything that your hands touch be blessed. May you be a beacon that others aspire to and the change that this world so desperately needs. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Rocker, for that wonderful, inspiring message. I certainly hope, graduates, that you listened attentively. We can all learn. We can learn from the advice and the experiences of others. And the three wonderful lessons that she shared with you: to find a cause, find yourself, and play to win. We are certain that you will do that. Would you please join me here at the podium? We would like to present to you the Presidential Medallion, which is the highest honor that may be given by Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University. Thank you for being an example of what happens with persons who leave Alabama A&M University and follows the keys that you have shared with us today. God bless you, and thank you for being with us. We will now have another selection from our university choir, Awake the Harp.
And the heavenly hosts proclaim the third day, praising God and saying, awake the heart, the Lord awake, and let your joyful song resound. Rejoice in the Lord, the mighty God. Rejoice in the Lord, the mighty God.
President Eugenie, members of the Board of Trustees, please come forward to help and assist us with some very special presentations. The first being the awarding of the title Professor Emeritus upon Elder and Dr. Oscar L. Montgomery. Dr. Montgomery, would you please come forward? As Dr. Montgomery comes forward, we would like to recognize and present to one who has been approved to be designated and conferred upon the title of Professor Emeritus. This esteemed honor is bestowed upon him based upon both his distinguished service and high level of scholarly contribution to the university. This award affords him the opportunity to be an integral part of the AAMU family with all rights and privileges appertaining to the designation of Professor Emeritus. Dr. Oscar Montgomery, Professor, Department of Plant and Soil Science, has provided over 22 years of exemplary service to Alabama A&M University. During his administration, having served in various positions as professor, lecturer, researcher, and administrator. As a researcher, he established the Alabama Center for the Application of Remote Sensing, the first center in the state of Alabama and the southeastern region. Because of his vision in developing remote sensing capabilities at the university, Alabama A&M was able to conduct basic and applied research and build the capacity to inventory, monitor, and access agricultural and natural resources. Dr. Montgomery has held several administrative positions with the university, such as Director of External Affairs, Executive Assistant to the President for Institutional Advancement and Development, Director of Grants and Contracts, Vice President for Student Affairs, Vice President for Research and Development. And for the past 40 years, Dr. Montgomery has served as pastor of Union Hill Primitive Baptist Church in Huntsville, Alabama, where he provides leadership to a congregation of more than 900 members. He has provided leadership for the development of an on-site church-sponsored tutorial service for elementary, middle, and high school students in the greater Huntsville community. Dr. Montgomery has numerous religious, civic, and community affiliations. He is past president of the Greater Huntsville Interdenominational Ministerial Fellowship, moderator of the Flint River and Running Water Primitive Baptist Association, vice president for the southern region of the National Primitive Baptist Convention. In addition, he has served as an inspiring leader in the organizations such as the Rural Senior Services, United Way, Harris Home, Downtown Rescue Mission, YMCA, the Community Free Clinic, American Red Cross, and Healthy Community. He is a member of numerous professional, civic, fraternal, and honorary associations, Leadership Alabama, Greater Huntsville Rotary Club, the past president NAACP of Huntsville, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, Alpha Phi Omega Fraternity, and Beta Kappa Chi and Sigma Chi Honor Societies. Most notably, among his affiliations is Huntsville Leadership 2000, Alabama Leadership Huntsville Public Building Authority, the Faith and Neighborhood Committee, Advisory Council for Huntsville Housing Authority, and the School Foundation. The citation presented to him today reads, by authority of the Board of Trustees and on recommendation of the Special Recognition Committee, hereby confer upon you the distinction of Professor Emeritus with all honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereunto. In testimony whereof this diploma is granted, bearing the seal of the university and the signatures of its duly authorized officers at Normal, Alabama, this, the 5th day of May, 2017, K. Ivey, Governor, and Andrew Eugenie, Jr., President. Thank you, Dr. Montgomery. In addition to Dr. Montgomery, we would also like to make a very special presentation, the awarding of the title Distinguished Professor upon one Dr. Jeanette Jones. Dr. Jones, would you please come forward? Based upon the recommendations received on professional accomplishment, Dr. Jeanette Jones is designated Distinguished Professor. The designation of Distinguished Professor is bestowed upon scholars who have achieved high eminent status within their discipline. Dr. Jones is very deserving of this recognition by the university and has given so much of her time, talent, and resources. Dr. Jones earned her PhD in botany medical mycology in 1976 from the Ohio State University and is among the first African-American women to receive a doctoral degree in her discipline. She is a veteran member of an extremely exclusive and very elite group of African-American women in STEM. And in a very real sense, Dr. Jones is AAMU's hidden figure. Through the efforts of Dr. Jones and other women in STEM, the numbers of women entering STEM careers has increased over the years. She is recognized nationally as a science history maker, and her oral history has been placed in the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. Annually, as a history maker, she gives presentations to middle school students in the Birmingham area about STEM careers. And during her tenure at AAMU, Dr. Jones has served in many and various capacities. Her roles have included professor, director, principal investigator of extramurally funded projects, graduate coordinator, health careers advisor, faculty senate and faculty senate president, faculty senate board of trustee member, and most notably, she served as the first female vice president at the university, having been appointed in 1989 in that capacity. She's going to get me. Through these various leadership roles in the broader academic community, Dr. Jones has brought national recognition to the university. These roles include serving as a National Institutes of Health Extramural Associate, as well as serving as a member of the United States Army Science Board, where she received the Certificate for Patriotic Civilian Service and the Commander's Award for Distinguished Service. In 2006, the Alabama A&M University Board of Trustees presented Dr. Jones a resolution for distinguished service. She is a National Association for Equal Opportunity in Higher Education Kellogg Fellow and received the Distinguished Alumni Recognition from her alma mater, the Fort Valley State University. In addition, she is an invited interviewer for the medical programs at University of Alabama at Birmingham and University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa. Dr. Jones is a founding director of Biomedical, Behavioral, and Environmental Health Research Center, through which she pursues and manages interdisciplinary extramural research. As a president of the Faculty Senate and member of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Jones is closely involved in the life of AAMU and quite instrumental in influencing the visionary direction of our institution. The citation presented to her today reads, "By authority of the Board of Trustees and on recommendation of the Special Recognition Committee, we hereby confer upon you the distinction of Distinguished Professor with all honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereunto. In testimony whereof this certificate is granted, bearing the seal of the university and the signatures of its duly authorized officers at Normal, Alabama, this, the 5th day of May, 2017, Kay Ivey, Governor, and Andrew Ugini, Jr., President." Thank you, Dr. Jones.
It is now my pleasure to make a special presentation to the Golden Class of 1967. Will the Golden Class please come forward and receive your presentation?
Jacqueline Kyle Bennett. Carl J. Benford. Dolores M. Boykin, Esquire. Maxine Braun. Shirley Carter Brown. Marion Hobson Bryant. Annie Marie Byers. Rose Crum Johnson. Mildred Vincent Davis. Annie Graves Duckett. Edwina Bird Elsie. Alpha E. Melton Fair. Betty Davis Fletcher. James Howard Graham, Sr. Latricia Green. Bobby Gamble Hall. Thomas R. F. Jones. Fannie Russell Littleton. Veronica Jacobs Lockhart. Annie Eli McLeod. Betty Davis Mike Sell. Jane Mosley Oko. Noko. Willard Delois Jackson Price. Loretta Dale Smith. Raymond C. Turner.
At this time, I would like to share some observations with you about the class of 2017. Today, we proudly award 534 degrees. Of that number, 238 degrees will be awarded at the graduate level and 296 degrees at the undergraduate level. For the undergraduate degrees, 55% of the recipients are females and 45% are males, almost 50-50. Based on information from our career development services, 43% of our graduates have secured employment, 13% will be continuing their education, and 2% will be entering the military. 11 of our graduates have reported salaries in excess of $70,000 with the highest salary offer being $78,000. We have 144 students that will be graduating with honors. But we would like to recognize those students that will be graduating with a 4.0 average. And I would ask that they stand as I call their names. Brianna Kinney, Kieran Bailey, and Bethlehem Zergar. We have siblings in this class that we'd like to recognize and ask that they would stand. Bethlehem and Z. Gay Zergar, would you please stand? Chuk and U.C. Ajufa, would you please stand? We have a couple, husband and wife in the class. Will Danielle Young and Herman Cedric Vaughn Jr. please stand? We continue to be the institution of choice. We have 120 students that are first graduates, college graduates in their family. With those 120 students, please stand. First-time graduates in their families. We have 8 graduates that are second-generation Alabama and A&M University graduates. They are second-generation graduates of Alabama A&M. I would ask that they would stand. They are Brandy Foreman, James Watson, Mary Beth Buchanan, Portia Lockhart, Michaela Haywood, Jasmine Young, Torrin Malone, and Formilla Moses. Would you please stand? We have two persons that are third-generation graduates of Alabama A&M. Would they please stand? Darrell Hollis and Thea Byers. And we have one graduate that is a fourth-generation graduate, Alicia Pace. Would you please stand? Alicia Pace. The oldest student in our graduating class is Mr. Michael Smith, who is 60 years old. Mr. Smith, would you please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2017. Provost Wynn, would you now present this class?
President Ugini, before all of the candidates for the graduate degrees come forward to receive their diplomas, there's a very special presentation I'd like to make on behalf of our university. It is the posthumous awarding of a Master of Social Work degree to Mrs. Emily Little Lewis, who at the time of her death was an AAMU student within 1 semester of completing her degree. Here today to accept her degree on her behalf is her husband and daughter, Jaleel and Aaliyah Lewis. Would you please come forward? President Eugenie, members of the Board of Trustees, platform guests, I now call upon the deans of the academic colleges to present their candidates for degrees.
Provost Williams,
Dean Dunn,
based upon a recommendation of the faculty in graduate studies, I am pleased to present to you candidates for the graduate degree. Will the candidates please rise?
President Eugenie, I am pleased to present these candidates for the conferring of the doctoral degree.
Will the candidates for the doctoral degree please come forward for the conferring of degrees?
Mary Elizabeth Buchanan, Advisor, Dr. Martha Verghese. Swetha Sala, Major Advisor, Dr. Martha Verghese. Lutrina Trishelle Staley, Major Advisor, Dr. Siebert. Peace Dunu, Major Advisor, Dr. Mangola. Kevin Robert Messenger, Major Advisor, Dr. Yong Wong. Jonathan Stewart Lassiter, Major Advisor, Dr. Stephen Babalolo.
Will the educational specialist degree candidates please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Camille Renee Moses Simpson.
Will the master's degrees candidates come forward to receive your diplomas?
In our audience, Jeremy Ross Richards. Lori Renee Weeks. Christina Marie Hean Sun Burns. Erica Janice Borden. Ebony Elizabeth Byers. Adele Renee Williams. Chloe Deanna Phillips. Shantavius Denise Duncan. Camera Arnett Blassingame. Ade Damola Ade Biyo. Rajwinder Kaur. Terry Natia James. Don Anthony Mack, Jr. David Nicholas Kyle. Megan Arita Sanders. Sadia Latisse Gautier. Keith C. Orr. Latoya Dominique Groh. Shamira Chantel Bennett. Dominique Monchelle Warner. Coranda Michelle Hayes. Brittany Nicole Peeler. Angelica Espitia. Megan Marie Butts. Angel Dawn Rasco. Angela Whitlock. Brittany Sakia Kingsbury. Tia Leonida Byers. Stephen Treve Hampton. Herman Cedric Vons Jr. Danielle Charmaine Young. Fran Del Aqua Crow. Faraji A. Brown Sr. Ronald Michael. Brittany Antoinette Holloman. Ayana Iman Archer. Letitia Katrina Moore. Angel Dency Sumlin Reeder. Nesfea Watkins. Portia Nicole Lockhart. Eric LaShawn Richardson. Megan Johanna Parks. Bernetta Louise Burwell Carter. Raven Simone Crowell. Maishan Quinetta Miller. Dwayne Reginald Wilson. Jayla B. Carter. Christy Camille Brooks. Carshella Jabray Purifoy. Rachel Nicole Long. Brianna Royale Daniels. Katrina Lynn Kozer. Chelsea Chalita Nicholas. Kayla Monet Tyson. Newt Rockney Walker. Sonia Salon Kirby. Kimberly Renee Irby. India LaShawn Douglas. Jessica LaQuise Scott. Jamanda Kilawana Clark. Lafertiti Tamaret Loving. Mia Yvonne Thurman. Melanie Nicole Williams. Nicosia Janelle Davis. Darius Juan Johnson. Latoya Marie Harry. Selena Carter. Brittany Ann Jordan. Clarencia Smith. April Tashay Berry. Sienna Quincy Fleming. Ricky Wayne Irvin Jr. James Lewis Caldwell Jr. Michael Carl Turner. Leslie Denise Hester. Catherine Marche Lott. Franklin Alexander Evans Jr. Lakeisha Armstrong Thomas. Laquise Shermaine Harbin. Janique Ashaya Robinson. Kiani Jashay Davis. Lon Clesson Wind. April Aisha Smart. Aisha Marie Robinzine. Angela Marie Booker. Kimberly Louise Allison. Kendarius Leonard Walls. Jordan A. Blair. Marcus Ladensky Garner. Jeanette Marie Jones. Dakota Richard Smith. Uchi Chukwu and Wiwe Ajufo. Nadavia Nicole Harris. Jaslyn Danielle Smith. Hakeem Jamal Broomfield. Mita Woods Eatman. Princess Chanel Osby. Dominique Danielle Jefferson. Kelly R. Hendricks. Richard Deshaun Martin III. Torrin Mordell Malone. Malika Talia Holloway. Tori Gaines. Chastity Chanel Burns. Gabrielle Sanchette Jackson. Celeste Krista Marie Howell. Nina Denise Darby. Danielle Lanice Daniels. Valeska Shamika Geis. Jasmine Monique Flott. Jasmine Shantae Crump. Shasta Angela Hogan. Alicia Chantel Pace. Lee Caudill Carpenter. Robert Louis Tom Jr. Elisa Sutton Fincham. Robin Patrice Woodard. Camille Kimberly Robertson. Colby Jordan Brianna Blake. Kanisha Jakira Montgomery. Kaisha Tanae Tibbs. Myra M. Laura. Amy Michelle Coleman. Brooke Elizabeth Rose. Shaquana Phalo. Christopher Aaron Whitehorn. Brianna Elise Hales. Nicole Brianna Robinson. Samantha Winston Baker. Shauna Latrice Nash. Jawan Michael Allen. Ruth Carter. Zylonda Yvonne Langston. Shaniqua Denise Smith. Jessica Jamise Small. Ashley Nicole Hubbard Barnes. Apollonia Allen. Jessica Sharice Young. Althea Thomas. Tiffany LaShawn Taylor. Tanea Nicole Williams. Condi Crawford. Kellen Hunter Bramlett. Colleen Early. Christine Anna Moeller. Justin Jamel Wagner. Kristen Blakeney Brown. Tavares Antoine Hartsfield. They're backed up. They're backed up. No, they should keep it moving. Dr. Higgins said go. Kadiatu Katie. Chukwuma Anthony Ajufo. Samantha Lumgon Nadio. Reginald Renard Robinson. Keandra L. Turner. Chantrice Nicole Harris. Maurice Lachey Anders. Shakia C. Tate Brown. Simone Desiree Winston. Martika Dupree Gamble. Kiara Tashlin Davis. Imaria Osirima Avanrinrin. Aisha Yvonne Robinson. Shakira Agnes Francois. Ashley Brianna Thomas. Quindarius Gamble. Ashley Amanda Lewis. Nakia Danielle Hancock. Ashley Shantoria Williams. Jody Armstrong. Terry Lee Williamson. Matthew Ray Goodman III. Rachel Christina Powell. Antonio Centale Yoshi Garner. Marciana Renee Daniel. Jamie Velja Harrington. Shakari Monique Hale. Precious Nicole Simpson.
Provost Wims,
Dean Walker,
based upon the recommendation of the faculty in the College of Agricultural, Life, and the Natural Sciences, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Will the candidates please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas?
Brittany Nicole Bryant. Ariana Janae Washington. Gabrielle Nicole Katie. Maya Iman Dukes. Taylor Sharon Carter. Imania Simone Turner Woodward. Cortland Octavius Gates, cum laude. Tiffany Amber Stage, summa cum laude. Jayla Dion Jackson, cum laude. Monica Marie Henry, magna cum laude. Cassius Kelly. Tremaine Crutcher. DeRay Lachey Flowers. LaKenya Shantae Wilson. Nicolette Janae Goldston. Brianna Chandra Inslee. Bradley Black. Brandon Cruz Eubanks. Michael Roderick Braun. Stephen Cal Leibarger. Jessica Lauren Billings, magna cum laude. Emily Demetris Purnell. Rashad V. Anderson. Courtney Lachey Mahone. Brinson Lewis Crenshaw, Jr. Jalen Raheem Finkley. Hakeem Rashad Yarbrough. Ariana Elmira Chowders, cum laude. Corey Denard Key, magna cum laude. Qiandra Renee Carter. Lacilia M. Pruitt, cum laude. Shanice DeShante Nettles, magna cum laude. Shantavius Amos. Dewan Denise Ayler. Shalicia Andrea Watts. Diamond Emerald Walker, cum laude. Daryl Hollis, cum laude. Xavier Lamar King. Jordan Crystal Michelle Blackshear. Shayna Cherie Dale, cum laude. Haley Dawn Scruggs. Morgan Silas, summa cum laude. Arthur Lewis Wade. Pierre Olajuwon Coleman. Josta B. Totten, cum laude. Michaela Ariel Haywood, cum laude. Montoya Tamaya Major, cum laude. Evan Olaronwe Wuja, Myomi, cum laude. Kayla Ann Palmer. Enoch Jeremiah Edward Braun. Markayla Marlene French. Marissa Breon Lewis, cum laude. Joshua William Woods. Demarius Antonio Williams, cum laude. Dominique Jones. D'Angelo J. Ballard. Lorenzo Jackson. Tiara Kamika Trammell, magna cum laude. Dexter Montel Gilbert. Darnell Javon Dunson, cum laude. China Alexis Walker.
Provost Wims.
Dean Smith.
Based upon the recommendation of the faculty in the College of Business and Public Affairs, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Will the candidates please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas?
Kierica S. Washington. Tia Marie Patterson. Kieran Louise Bailey. Kimberly Fields, summa cum laude. Brittany N. Mitchell. Kaven Zoria Brooks, cum laude. Jalicia Marie Holden, cum laude. Sherman Arnold. Emmett Ates. Viridiana Ramos, cum laude. Caitlin Lee Hayden, magna cum laude. Ariel Bria Lawson, cum laude. Simone Cherie Wales, cum laude. Eleanor Debrica Jackson, cum laude. Zelma Marie Linton. Faith Bianca Warner. Jonathan Tremaine Sanders, magna cum laude. Dexter Cornelius Reese. Virgin Johnson. Antonio Dante Carey. Crystal Eronique Brown. Tyrekus Rashad Lane. Cameron K. Dangerfield. Kenneth Darwin Thomas II. Donald Raymond McLeod III. Tidra Shanice Hill. Leo Tyrell Crawford. Portia Lachey Wilson, cum laude. Darielle J. Pinkney, cum laude. Darian Ray Amon Parker, magna cum laude. Azar Span. Bridget Christina McWilliams, cum laude. Makia Tanyelle Warren. Nicole Latrice Wilcox, cum laude. Ashandria Starlandis McNeil. Ladarius D. Williams. Shantae Colleen Crawford. Sharice Nicole Howard, cum laude. Karen Melissa Webster, magna cum laude. Kevin Ingram Cato, cum laude. Kiana Dominique Hubbard. Diamond Monet Spells, cum laude. Kayla Monet Moss. Gabrielle Nicole Williams, magna cum laude. Maya Amira Adams, magna cum laude. Brittany N. Jenkins, magna cum laude. Courtney Nakia Carter, magna cum laude. Ryan Robert Glenn, cum laude. Joshua James Simmons, cum laude. Marcus Lee Herbert. Brian Alexander Cottingham. Jaquisha Shanae Russell. Tia Scott. Brianna May Cummings, summa cum laude. Ebony Kishante Lewis, cum laude. Charmaine Jackson. Javon Singleton. Kiana Shanice McCarter. Shanika Chantel Taylor. Dwayne M. Jones. Fantasia Shatil Woodruff. Markia Denise Peebles. Jasmine E. Williams. Kanisha Marche Rogers. Jasmine Harris. Jaleesa Charday Sorrell, cum laude. Tiara C. Jones, cum laude. Ashley Renee Yelder. Kiara Nicole Eppinger, magna cum laude. Destiny J. Potts, cum laude. Patrick Larnell Pugh, cum laude. Brandon Matthew Chambers. Delon Xavier Showers. Uzo Chukwukanma Ahi.
Provost Williams,
Dean Whittle,
based upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Education, Humanities, and Behavioral Sciences, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Will the candidates please rise and come forward to receive your diploma?
Destiny Nakaya White, magna cum laude. Jenny Latrice Daniel, cum laude. Victor Eugene Vester, cum laude. Braden Lee Snyder, cum laude. Ashley Monique McAdory, cum laude. Elijah D. Taylor, cum laude. Andre D. Williams, cum laude. Armanda Yavarn Palmar, magna cum laude. Adam Robinson. Ashley Antoinette Dumas. Sharnique LaCrista Renee Skinner, cum laude. Tarja Shamari Holcomb. Thank you. Erica Lynn Fulford, magna cum laude. Danielle Marissa Harris, cum laude. Carmen Catrice Wright, Miss Alabama A&M University 2016-17, cum laude. Darian Renard Graham. Raven Didell Macmillan. DeMarco Jermaine Harris. Elizabeth B. Stewart, cum laude. Jasmine Yvette Young, summa cum laude. Brandy Jaleel Foreman, cum laude. Michael L. Smith, cum laude. David Tyrone Wallace Jr. Brandon Lee Cawthorn. Zoe Nicole Jones, cum laude. Demetrius Robert Farley, cum laude. LaShawn Marquisha Parrish, magna cum laude. Rachel Danielle Calhoun. Bria Shantae Hughley, summa cum laude. Serena Nicole Watson, cum laude. Alexis Nicole Oliver, cum laude. Michelle Lynn Britt, magna cum laude. Ashley Renee Hardy, Shanika LaShawn Campbell, cum laude. Ebony Princess Ford, cum laude. Parlacia LeShonique Scott, cum laude. Cedric Jarrell McCrary, cum laude. Miller Bradford Howes. Robert Eugene Fundenberg, Jr. Bobby Trevez Jones, cum laude. Samantha Bernard Grimes. Alonda E. Hutchison Hall. Sydney Elise Ridgway, magna cum laude. Eukarya Jasmiani Collins, cum laude. Raven S. Chappell, magna cum laude. Tara Lynn Crawford, SGA President 2016-17, cum laude. Tiara Shamonique Roche Mitchell. Tracy Lee Wedgeworth, Jr. Tyrika Maisha Baskin. Anthony R. Johnson. Trent Hunley, magna cum laude. Emmanuel J. Sears. Terry Ansley, Helen Scott. Keontae Lamar Carter. Joseph Edward Randall. Venetia Simone Steele. Brianna D. Bostic, cum laude. Andrea Chacon, summa cum laude. Stephen Lamar Alexander, cum laude. Christian Sykes. Robert Rodriguez Lige. Marva Renee Lewis. Alexis Shaquila Malden. Brianna Simone Mix. Taylor Vane, summa cum laude. Landon McAfee, magna cum laude. Jesse R. Gibson, magna cum laude. Brian Cortez Brower, cum laude. Ernest Braun. Byron Coderas Brower. Tyrell Zajan Hutchins. Jeremy D. Petty, magna cum laude. Arash Aramanush, magna cum laude. Patricia Marie Leslie, cum laude. Ebony M. Parker, magna cum laude. Valencia Catherine Graham. Asia Paris Kaiser. Tawana Marie Barnes.
Provost Wims,
Dean Glenn,
based upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering, Technology, and Physical Sciences, I present to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Will the candidates please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas?
Jaleel Malik Hassan, cum laude. Hendrick Lamar McDuffie. Michael Denzel Wallace, magna cum laude. Jasmine Ann Mobley. Jimmy Hardy, cum laude. Ashley Monique Muse, magna cum laude. Travius Edward Vinson. Darius M. Cottingham. Fabian J. Thompson. Daryl Cedric Gaines II. Afton Charles McClammy. Alfonso Thomas. Quentin Jarrell Land, magna cum laude. Devontae Quintrell Edwards, cum laude. Kiana Mercedes Marquel McIntyre, cum laude. Troy Xavier Smith, cum laude. Jeremy J. Gresham. Jonathan Williams Billups, cum laude. Brian Keith Varese, cum laude. Charles T. Briggs. Kie Darion Robinson, cum laude. Antonio J. Grant. Darlicia S. Sykes, cum laude. Quaylen Jamal Jones. Garrison Alexander Best, cum laude. Christoph Giovanni Knowles, cum laude. Sige Alamu Zurga, magna cum laude. Bethlehem Alamu Zurga, magna cum laude. Daryl Terrell McShard, magna cum laude. Kentavis Bernard Caffey, magna cum laude. Raymond Dewan Crenshaw. Xavier Alexander Crutcher, cum laude. Tyler Darius Hudson. Javante Kimbrough. Freddie Bell Dunson. Yannick Takenda Boney, magna cum laude. Rondarius Rashard Reese. Courtney Lateralyn Dees, magna cum laude. Carlisha Rayvon Gould, magna cum laude. Chelsea Michelle Dancy. Quintavious Bernard Han. Lauren Sierra Chanel Kelly, cum laude. Marlika Chaton Antonique David. Shanika Daly Cole. Lager Allen III, cum laude. James Clayton Watson, cum laude. Brian Edward Garner. Quintius Algernon Davis. Jessica Danae Mack. Derry Lee Miles Jr., cum laude. DeMonte Tremaine Murray, cum laude. Embrel Lee Vaughn III. Assad Morris, cum laude. Elise Shaban Witt. Shanquilla Claudette Carter. Cody Lee Birchfield, cum laude. Jairus Javon Morrow, magna cum laude. Asiana Jamila McKinney. Michael T. Turnipseed, cum laude. Kiana Tamara Price, magna cum laude. Brianna Denise Kenny, magna cum laude.
Will all candidates for graduate degrees please rise? President Eugenie,
Provost Wims,
I am pleased to present to you these candidates for the conferral of graduate degrees.
in accordance with the authority vested in me by the state of Alabama and the Board of Trustees of Alabama A&M University, and upon the recommendation of the Faculty and Graduate Studies, I'm honored to confer upon you the master's degree, educational specialist degree, or doctoral degree to which you are entitled with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Please be seated.
Now, will all candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise? President Eugenie,
Provost Wims,
I am pleased to present to you these candidates for the conferral of the baccalaureate degree.
in accordance with the authority vested in me by the state of Alabama and the Board of Trustees of Alabama A&M University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I'm honored to confer upon you the baccalaureate degree to which you are entitled with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Undergraduates, you may turn your tassel to the left. Please be seated. You may be seated. At this time, I would ask Lieutenant Colonel Tara Smith to come to the podium to present the Spring 27 commissionees of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University.
President Hugueny, trustees, platform guests, faculty and staff, alumni, students, family, and friends. On behalf of the President of the United States of the Army, President of the United States, I present the United States Army's newest second lieutenants.
Second Lieutenant Kellen Hunter Bramlett, Summerville, Alabama, Armor Corps, active duty. Second Lieutenant Nakedra Brown, Atmore, Alabama, Signal Corps, National Guard. Second Lieutenant Courtney Carter, Evergreen, Alabama, Military Intelligence, active duty. Second Lieutenant Ryan Glenn, Woodbridge, Virginia, Military Police, active duty. Second Lieutenant Tiara Mitchell, St. Louis, Missouri, Military Police, Army Reserves. Second Lieutenant James West III, Axis, Alabama, Signal Corps, active duty. Second Lieutenant Angela Whitlock, Huntsville, Alabama, Medical Service Corps, active duty.
We congratulate our newly commissioned officers, and we pray God's blessing upon them as they serve our nation. We also want to thank all of the men and women who currently or have served in the armed services. Would you please stand and let us thank you for your service. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of presenting to you Mr. Albert Benefield, President of the Alabama A&M University National Alumni Association, who by declaration will induct the class of 2017 into the association. Mr. Benefield.
Thank you, President Hugueny. Will all the graduates please rise? On behalf of the National Alumni Association, Incorporated, I now declare you to be active members of the Alabama A&M University Alumni Association with all the rights, privileges, and obligations associated with membership. Congratulations on your accomplishment. A copy of the Normalite Creed is in your program. I challenge each of you to live this creed and to continue to let your light shine so that it might be seen as a guide for others to follow. Please be seated.
Again, congratulations to all of our graduates. You are armed now with some of the knowledge and skills that are essential for the next phase of this journey which we call life. As you leave the hallowed halls of Alabama A&M University, always hold dear to what you have learned here. Never forget the lessons that you have learned, and remember that you did not do it alone. We charge you to remember this university by giving back. We charge you to be great ambassadors for Alabama A&M University, and we charge you to remember that service is sovereignty. At this point, I would like to acknowledge certain persons that are here, elected officials. We have Representative Laura Hall. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for being with us today. Are there other elected officials? If you're here, would you please stand and be recognized? We have with us the members of our Board of Trustees, Trustee Jerome Williams, Trustee Chris Robinson, Trustee Perry Jones, Trustee Dr. Jeanette Jones, and Trustee Julian Griffith Battle. Would you please stand? Thank you for your presence here today. And finally, I would ask you graduates, if you would please stand and express your appreciation to your parents, grandparents, relatives, spouses, and others that have helped you along the way. You may be seated. And we certainly want to recognize the very best students that exist anywhere in the nation. The students of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, please stand and be recognized. All of our students, our choir, our band, our echoes, all of you, thank you so very much for being the great students that you are. I would ask at this time that you would please stand for the singing of our university hymn and remain standing for the benediction given by Reverend Wright and the recessional. Please stand for the singing of our university hymn.
Oh,
Let us pray. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Amen.